Hi guys, this is Scribbly again, today with a review of the Kaweco Student fountain pen, which is a demonstrator fountain pen that Kaweco has released just recently. The Kaweco Student is Kaweco's entry-level fountain pen, so to speak, available for around €40, and it's from Amazon or wherever, and it's available in a couple of colors like white, blue, yellow, red, I believe black, and so on. And as said, recently they have also released a demonstrator version of the fountain pen. As I'm a great fan of demonstrator fountain pens, I really wanted to get my hands on that one as well and do a review of that. So I thought first of all we might have a look at the pen itself, then do some size comparisons, and then talk about the pen a little bit. So the pen comes with a regular short standard international cartridge. It takes two of them. You would have one here and one here, but I think the demonstrator pen kind of looks funny with just one or even two of those stored standard international cartridges set in or jacked in, so I don't really like the look of that. So I just inserted a regular converter, a piston converter that I had laying around home, and I filled it with a diamine ancient copper, and yeah, I think that looks kind of nice. So that's how you can fill the fountain pen. Then having a look at the fountain pen, you can see some small stripes or wherever, which I believe is due to manufacturing at the end of the barrel. The barrel is slightly tapered towards both sides. It's slightly thicker here in the middle, which makes the pen feel quite nice and thick, which I like. Then we have a center band here, which has the Kaweco logo on it. It says just Kaweco and a couple of dots, nothing more there. And then the cap, which I also really like because it's crystal clear and you can really see the nib inside. As you unscrew the pen, put it back in, you can really see everything going on, which I really like. And there are other demonstrator pens such as the TWSBI 580, for example, which I also really like. But what I don't like about that pen is that it has a gray cap here. I think the clear cap of the Kaweco just looks much nicer, but that, just having that said. And then you can see that metal stuff going on in here, and then on top you have the finial with the Kaweco logo on it, which is also really nice. And a clip that also says Kaweco. The clip is nice and springy. It's a bit on the stiffer side, but it feels really sturdy, stable. It definitely won't tear your shirt apart, and it will stow away the pen nice and securely. What I also like about the pen, or what's nice about the pen, is another thing that I really like about fountain pens is like when they are quick note takers. That means I don't even really need a full twist of the pen to unscrew or uncap, and I can already go ahead and start taking notes, which is something that I also really like. So look at the inside of the cap. Again, I like it that it's really like nice and crystal clear. Then the pen has a tapered metal section. The metal section is maybe a little short, but it's not too short for me. I can really hold the pen fairly comfortably. That's how the pen looks in my hand. I have a little bit larger hands, but the pen still really lays in my hand quite comfortably. One can of course post the pen, and it posts fairly securely, but the pen gets fairly long because it doesn't fill the cap all the way, but remains sort of here. That is a bit too long for me now to write, and yeah, the pen gets a bit top heavy, not a lot, so I could write with it, but I just find it's a bit too long. Then we have a look at the nib. The nib is really beautiful. I got the extra fine pen here. Has the Kaweco logo on it, says Germany, extra fine. What else? since 1838, I believe it says. Yeah, it's a lovely nib. It's a bit stiff. It's a steel nib, a little bit on the harder side, on the stiffer side, but so it's, yeah, you definitely have some feedback when writing, but it's a nice nib and it writes lovely, and it was writing quite all right out of the box. But what I did, I was making the nib a little bit wetter because for me personally, it tended to write a little bit too much on the dry side. So then there are some people that say that they find the Kaweco Student nibs a little bit on the tiny side when you look at the overall proportion of the pen. I think one can subscribe to that view. I would also agree to that. A slightly larger nib might look really nice on that pen, but then again, I don't really mind. I find it's a really nice note taker. It's a really nice pen for everyday writing, and I do not really have a problem with the nib being on the slightly smaller side. However, aesthetically, it really could look nice for the nib to be a bit larger. The Kaweco Student is a fairly short pen, a fairly small pen. I thought I'd bring in some other quite common pens as a size for a size comparison. This here, for example, would be the pen compared to the TWSBI 580 Clear, another Demonstrator pen. Then I have a Pilot MR, a Pilot Metropolitan here. Maybe I'll do it like this, so you can see that. That pen is also larger, and then I could bring in a Lamy Safari as another size comparison, and you'll see that the Lamy Safari is larger as well. So the Kaweco Student would be the shortest of all those pens. We could do the same without a cap and just have a look at that. I hope you can see that. And the Safari as well. So again, the Kaweco Student sort of is the shortest pen of all of these. Put the caps back on. And then in the end, I wanted to do a short writing sample. As said, I have some ruled paper here. I've inked that pen here up. That is the Kaweco Student. Demonstrator. As said, I made the nib a little bit wetter because it was a bit on the dry side for me personally, with an extra fine nib. Now really writes nice and smooth with a little bit of feedback to the nib. Ink is diamine ancient copper. There is not a lot of line variation that you can get out of that pen. I'm trying to press it a bit harder now. Yeah. So, I mean, you get some line variation, not a lot. Writing with the back side of the nib also works fine. The nib is now a little wetter than how it used to be when I got the pen, but it's just right for me at the moment. So I hope that review was helpful. I find it's definitely a really nice pen. I like the Demonstrator style that it is going on. I mean, look at that. Just really, really beautiful. Nice and handy, easy to pocket and store away, always ready for you to take your notes. I hope that review was helpful to you, and we see each other next time. Bye bye.